in the wrong direction. You don't have access to this feature. Hello, hello, hello. I think I'm live. I'm backwards. How do I'm looking at myself in the wrong way. I'll have to figure that out next time. But it should be, my face should be the other way. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to take a few minutes, let people get in. I'm going to get situated. I need to get all comfy. It's very cold here in New England. So I should have gotten myself adjusted before all of this mesh. So for those of you that are new here, I am your host, Teresa. This is my channel, Wounds to Wisdom, where we talk about basically our healing journey through many different things. Music today is one of those topics, and we've been using music and lyrics and songs and to ground us, to relate. Hello, Professor Khan. Chatters and lurkers, like, subscribe, share. Exactly. So you see my puppers. I am not using a streaming platform at the moment, so I can't put trigger warnings up. I can't, but I think I can pin it. So let me do this as a trigger warning. I wish I could say gird your loins. Gird your loins. All right, and then pin. So that way everyone sees it. It's been a minute. It's been a little bit difficult. Last week, what's today? Thursday. So Tuesday, I just need to take care of myself. Grief comes in waves, and we've talked about that. And it can positively influence you. It can negatively influence you. It can just influence you. It can put you in a mood. And I was in a very angry mood. I think I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I hadn't slept really well. The puppies were getting underfoot. And I felt such uncontrollable anger. Normally, I can rein it in. I can stop the rush of sorrow, the rush of anger, the rush of rage, the rush of grief. And I can find a joyful moment. And for the life of me, I have been struggling with finding a joyful moment. So I decided not to go live. Plus, I've been feeling run down, and I think that happens to me when I am in this mood. I'm still feeling heavy-hearted, but I think that's also brought on by the holidays. And so I wanted to bring to you guys, what are some of the lyrics? So we've talked about songs in the past that influence us, that rock our world, right? What are the lyrics that bring you in? And so I have a couple of examples. I did want to give people a chance. I'm sort of rushing. It's only 3 minutes into the live. So maybe I'll just pause a moment and see how people are doing and where you all are in your world. So is anyone else in the cold tundra, any of my Canadian friends here, any New Englanders or north of the southern belt? I think, let me just look at my weather. It says it feels like 8 degrees out. We have a bitter wind that goes through you. And I am literally shivering in my boots. And I took the dogs for their last walk tonight. We went around 3:40 p.m. Eastern because, truthfully, I knew that this live was going to end at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, and it's too cold and it's dark. And I took the dogs for an extended walk, and then we went to the dog park, and they were like, we're going for a walk. And I looked at them and I said, Mama's freezing her butt off. We're going home. And now they're snoozing like truckers over here. So if you hear anything, it'll be them snoozing, which is how Mama likes them during her live. So yeah. So one of the other things that I wanted to promote for those of you catching this on the replay is that, like we did for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, we are going to do a 48-hour live stream on the village. Actually, Mish, if you are here at the moment, if you could pop that in, that would be great. But it's an opportunity for those of you that are not familiar with it, for different creators to grab an hour slot from Christmas Eve, and I'm not exactly sure what time we'll be starting, through Christmas Day. So that way, you're not alone. So if you don't have anywhere to go, or you don't like the people that you were going to be with, you have someplace to be, so you're not alone, and so you could be entertained. Thanksgiving was a tremendous amount of fun. And yeah, sometimes there are little bumps and bruises just getting things rolling, but we had a great time with very little interruptions. And there's going to be a lot of creators that are going to be going live at various times. I will not this time around. I will be there for the New Year's stream, but next Tuesday, I hope to have a streaming platform, so I'll be able to post it online here, and I'll post it on my community page. I don't think Mish is in the chat at the moment. So where do I go from here? Let's go to some of the lyrics that I was, and the chats, if you will, that I had looked up to see what would resonate. So I did a couple of things. So let me just grab my notes because I'm going to move my light. Oh, well, everybody's favorite, right? Well, I don't know if it's favorite, but when I think about songs, Bonnie, hi, thanks so much for being here. You, Professor Kakan, Mish, and whomever else is hiding in the background. So, one of the ones in Popular Day, Coldplay, The Scientist song, right? So he says, nobody said it would be easy. It's such a shame for us to part. It's heavy, but those words resonate with anyone that is going through a breakup. For me, one of the ones that, when I'm really gloomy doomy, is I do Bill Withers. And you'll know him from Ain't No Sunshine When You're Gone, right? Ain't no sunshine when you're gone. And I often, that's hard for me. I think of my mom all the time, and I miss her like you wouldn't believe. And also in modern times, you have Louis Capaldi, someone you loved. And he talks about, and I don't want to sing it, mainly because I am all sort of scratchy, but now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. These are people, these are lyrics that tap into something that makes you relate. And either you commiserate, you're angry, you are relieved or mournful or sad. Lyrics tap us into different ways. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones, but then, so I don't want it to just be gloomy and doomy, right? And everybody knows I love Chumbawamba, and that is sort of my theme song. When I get knocked down, I get back up again. And that's what happens when I'm in these gloomy spaces. The holidays are rough. My stepmother sent me a beautiful gift in honor of my dad, who passed away a couple of months ago. Hold, because I don't want to get all verkakte and verklempt. And it broke me in a really good way, but also in a sorrowful way, because that painted in the ass father of mine, affectionately called a PETA, pain in the ass, in case any of you didn't know the acronym. Um, I miss him as much of a pain in the behind that man was. I miss him, and so the gift that she sent, which I don't want to say right now because I don't know if my other family members are listening, and they're going to probably get the same thing, so I don't want to ruin the surprise for them. But sobbed. So the bleary, red, bloodshot eyes are from crying. And so there you go. But then the other songs that sort of move me. So I gotta find. Hold on. I I know the song, I know the lyrics, but I can't remember the title. So just give me 1 second to find it. I thought I had it written down, but I don't. Where's my Google? Um, where is it? You got to move it. It's from, oh, for the love of Christmas. Come on. It's from, why isn't it telling me the movie it's from? Madagascar. Oh, gravy. This is what happens when you hit a certain age. You got to move it, move it. You got to move it, move it. And then I can't say anything else because I'll probably get dinged. But that's one of those that gets me off the couch. And I literally have to say that to myself, especially if I've been stuck in front of this computer, whether I'm watching some of you on YouTube, whether I'm watching TV or movies or my Christmas movies. Um, it allows me to, during commercial, I get up and I move it because I'm a chunkamunka and I got to move it. The other one, of course, is Pharrell Williams, happy, clap along. If you feel like happiness is the truth. And when I was in college, and I don't think she's here, but if she were here, one of my best friends and I, when we would go dancing, this would always come on by Katrina and the Waves, Walking on Sunshine. And if you don't know it, play it. And then, of course, there's not too many songs that Shakira doesn't do that doesn't make you want to shake your groove thing. But, she's got some really good songs. And then, hold on, because some of these they don't resonate with me. Um, oh, hang on. Let me just jump into the comments. Um, Pia, I used that in one of my passwords. I can always tell my mood when I'm creating passwords. Yes, absolutely. And, uh, it's one that makes me happy and sad in the same damn song. So it's a song that a Hawaiian named Israel Kamakwaya Wola, blah, 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 I can't say his whole name. He combined Somewhere Over the Rainbow and What a Wonderful World together. And so, it's very nostalgic. Somewhere over the rainbow, you can feel all of this love way up high. And then what a wonderful world that you're in it, right? Those are things that when I'm feeling sort of nostalgic, that comes to me. Um, then you have Jack Johnson, and again, if you don't know Jack Johnson, "Better Together." And one of the lyrics, "It's always better when we're together." So how do we just sort of tap into those things that get us through moments in time? And there was a song, and I haven't been able to find it, and I've spent the last couple of hours looking for it. For the life of me, I can't find it. I will find it. Um, a few years back, and I think I was already moved into this apartment, so it has to be in the last 3 or 4 years. A young woman wrote a song for her mom, and it was so wonderful. It's not Carrie Underwood, it's not a famous person. And it really just, moved me. And sometimes you need the music to make you cry. It makes you, oh, Mish, that's okay. I'm so happy you're here, my love. So, there are days where I get in a mood and I'm like, don't tell me I can't do something. And then I jump right into, you know, um, Barbara Streisand, Don't Rain on My Parade. I'm like, oh, don't you rain on my parade. And I will belt that so that through this whole house and pretty much the neighborhood, you're going to hear me. And if you hear me singing that song, someone has told me I can't do something. Do not tell me I can't do something. The other one that sort of makes me want to move my groove thing when I'm feeling in a funk is play that funky music. I really wish that I could sing a little bit tonight because it would be funny just to do like a line or two, but I'm really all clogged up here. Um, and once I was intubated, ever since, and no complaints, right? They had to intubate me, but I don't have my voice anymore, and it wasn't that fabulous to begin with, but it's much throatier, deeper, scratchier than it used to be. And there's no soprano left. That's you're not. I'm not hitting no soprano. Um, but then there's Janis Joplin. And there's a couple of Janis Joplin that makes you just want to belt out. And again, the music, the rhythms, the and it's not just the person's voice, right? It's the drums. I love drums. That is a commitment to myself this year. There's a couple of places locally that do a drumming circle, and I'm going. I love the drums. They vibrate, they resonate. I just want to go bang the drums. I also think that it probably would be a little bit cathartic. I have a couple of others, so hold on. Where did I go with it? Um, oh, well, if you really want to be in the dark, you really want to reflect in your sadness, you can either listen to Simon and Garfunkel or Disturbia's version of Hello, Darkness, My Old Friend, because that really sometimes describes right where you are in that moment. Um, and then you can go the other side, and I want to see if I can pull this up. So hold on before I open my big mouth. Uh, okay, so I don't want to sing them, but I do want to just get the list. So from Mamma Mia, there's a song that I have a dream, and the lead actress Amanda Seyfried, she sings it, which is beautiful. The other one is I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. I just don't want to talk. Meryl Streep sings that one, but it's like I just don't want to talk. Back off. Um, and then there was one other that really, I mean, there's a couple that just get you up and get you um, dancing and moving, and that's always fun. But I'm just trying to see. Nope, that's not the one. All right, well, it might be in version number 2, so I don't want to waste our time searching for it. But and then the other one that I wanted to bring up, hold please. Let me get rid of this. Let me come here. Whoops. I can't. Okay. And the original soundtrack, I don't want it to play, so let me just get the list. Yeah, that's not the one. I'm going to put original. Let me get out of there again. Sorry, guys, while I navigate this. I did have some of this ready to go, and then other things pop into my head. Original. All right. Hopefully the dogs won't bark because somebody just came up the stairs. So why is it bringing me to Amazon? I don't want to shop. Thank you so much. This girl is on a shopping moratorium. She ain't allowed to be shopping. Okay, there you go. I found it. I'm just bear with me, guys. I'm here. Defying Gravity from Wicked. The other one was another one I really loved. For Good is the other one, I think. I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason. That line, they come into our lives for a reason, but then they don't have to stay. And that's one of the things that I think we all need to talk about is sometimes they just don't. Cromel, welcome, my friend. How are you? We're talking music again, pal, and you're the one who knows more about anybody. But I'm just looking at I'm liking some of the icons you guys are putting in the chat too. Um, so, um, and then the mournfulness from Christina Perri. I think it's Christina Perri from I Have Died Every Day Waiting for You. Again, another song that just sort of, but also technically a love song because I have died every day waiting for you is, now I found you, so to speak. So the whole point of today is just when you're in these moods, when you're feeling blue, when you're feeling sad, when you are sort of destroyed or distraught, music can get you out of it, keep you in it, because sometimes you just want to stay in the mood. Tuesday, I was in a mood, and I must have watched every version, not every, but I watched 4 different versions of Scrooge. My favorite was and is with Albert Finney because it's the musical. The next one is with George C. Scott because the man just, I know he wasn't a great human, but I loved him as an actor and he was great in that movie. Then I went to the 1954 and then I think I went to the 1932. So, that happens. George C. Scott is my favorite. Oh, I know. Oh, he's just he resonates with it. I just love him. I really do. I love him. And I like different other actors, character actors from different ones. I would have loved to have put them all into one to make my favorite. But I love the musical. Darcy, welcome, welcome. And as Supreme Court, I didn't. Christine O something. And ask Supreme Court, and if I like, I will accept sacrifice. I don't know. Is that a lyric? Um, I don't. I don't know what that is. Um, anyway, so but welcome. um, so in our sorrow, in our anger, in our frustrations, um, you know, the music moves us. It brings us to places that supports the moment we're in. Um, and that's, for me, one of those solutions when I'm in sorrow, in anger, um, and the heaviness that I'm feeling during this time period is can be overwhelming. Now, unlike last year where I really had no place to go for the holiday, um, one brother is coming to visit me, which is wonderful. I'm really excited about it. And all of a sudden, my other brother just invited me to his house. Now I'm not going because one brother's already coming to my house. Um, but if anybody knows me, I hate to drive. So it's, if I can stay put on a holiday, I'd rather stay put on a holiday. Um, yes, Mish. So, we we go through waves, and that's the truth about grief, anger, joy. We all go through those moments. And one of the things that um I had been feeling, was an overwhelming sense of sadness, and one of the things I came across, and that's why I said I wish that I had a streaming platform that I could just do a trigger warning. So it's a little dark, but you know, and I didn't write this, someone else wrote this. So I'm not claiming any ownership. I asked the night why it felt so heavy. It whispered back, because you carry the love of someone who is no longer here. That love has weight, but it also has wings. And, we could go more into that, but, that was one of the lines that hit me, because our grief, our sorrow does have wings. And when we feel sorrow, it is a blanket reminder that we love. And one of the other quotes that I had come across that I made note of is, a child once asked why her grandmother cried when she looked at the stars. And she answered, because every star reminds me of the people I love who now shine from afar. Isn't that beautiful? And yet this year, 6 people, 4 of whom I was very close to, are gone. And that's life. And as we get older, that's life. But it doesn't stop the waves that come and go and come and go. That can be so, it hits you sometimes. Grief is like walking through a forest after a fire. All you see is ash. But if you stay long enough, you notice the green shoots, proof that love still grows. And one of the other quotes that always knocks me off my feet is, someone told me grief is like waves. At first, they knock you down, one after another, but eventually you learn to float, carried by the same waters that once overwhelmed you. Okay, so let's catch up with the chat. Let me get my eyeglasses. Um, it's important to visit those. Yes, okay, sorry, I got that one. These conversations are important. They may affect us in ways we don't expect. Some things might affect us unexpectedly. Um, we get it and want to say self-care is necessary. Come back next time if this isn't working for you. Yes. Um, Body Illusion, Tiff, and myself are doing the Village Tuesday to talk about some of the hard conversations during the holidays. So, and I had mentioned this earlier about the Village. So, for those of you that are new or are unaware, for 48 hours during the Christmas season, um, again, the Village will be hosting 48-hour live stream with different creators. And it's really just to keep you company, to keep us company, to make sure nobody is alone that doesn't want to be alone. So there'll be some new creators, some existing creators that you've met. I've tapped into a few others. I think I have 3 people that are going to be participating, so that'll be fun. Darcy says, I listen to Pandora every morning. Yeah, it's like music is like food for the soul, and whatever the tune is. I mean, I when I need anthems, I go to Pink. She's my girl. Kelly Clarkson, she's my girl. Um, if I really want to be like outrageous, I go to Blondie. If I really want to tap into that wild side, I go to Janis Joplin. When I'm feeling I don't know the adjective I want to use to describe Carly Simon, but she brings me down a road that has a melodic, thoughtful way, and then on the male side, you know, I'm a fan. James Taylor is my guy too. And I'm a little bit older in some of my music, but I do like the new guys. Um, and I love listening to Coldplay, and I love listening to um, Green Day, and I do like listening to. Um, I'm drawing a blank all of a sudden on some of the current guys, and of course, the Frank Sinatra of the 21st century, Michael Bublé. I love him. I love his voice. It's like butter. It's like butter on toast. It just melts. I love his Christmas shows. I love his variety shows. He brings me to the Dean Martin era, which I loved me some Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis. Um, and all right, what else do we have here? One of my fave. Hang on, I'm sorry, I missed you, Mish. Dun 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 dun. Hang on, I'm one of my fave memes says, "How lucky am I to have been blessed with people I loved so much that it hurts this bad to lose them." Amen, sister. And that's the beauty. We love. We love in anger because I'm pissed that some people aren't here. I'm pissed at the way one of them died. It's like there's, but it is what it is. And or the dash poem, yes. Um, yeah, I have a couple of others here that I was going to share, Mish. Ben, ooh, who did that album? Who do we think we are? 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 Ben, who do we think we are? Well, now I have to go find it, Ben. Is that the Beatles? Or John Legend? Is it Who Do We Think We Are featured Rick Ross? When was the last time we got to be 100% real, y'all? I don't want y'all holding nothing back, nothing. Who do we think we are? Baby, tell me, who do we think we are? If that's it, Ben, that's the song. Um, so thanks for being here, Mr. Bits. Uh, oh, I got that hick accent when it came to Kayla Clarkson. I just love her. I love her. I love her. I love her. Um, we should do a music meet. I think one of the things that, and I've done this a couple of times already on the channel. One of the things that I think unites us, that makes us laugh and feel good. And I really want to have some feel good days before Christmas comes. I want to shake off this lethargy and this malaise, this weighted sort of, gloomy doomy. Nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. I'm going to eat some worms. I don't know if you know that little saying. Um, but Richard's here. I didn't know Encarnasoul snuck in under the radar as well. Fatima, thank you. Blessings, blessings, blessings. And again, any of you that are new, the village is going to be going live for 48 hours starting Christmas Eve. So we're looking for some creators who want to participate. So please reach out to myself, to Ben, to Richard, Encarnasoul, reach out to Mesh. If you want to be part of it, you can reach out to me for sure. Like I said, I think I have 3 new people. Well, they're not new. Josh's Universe wants to be there. Witchy Trista wants to be there. I think I forget. I'm having a brain fart, but so you guys, I mean, it's Ben joined a band. Ben joined a band of raccoons. Okay. Oh, Victor's going to be there too. Is that what you're saying? Or did he pop in and I missed him? So hi, Victor, if I missed you, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, I'm trying to see. Oh, Ari is here. Maria Maria. I always want to sing Ave Maria every time. I know Ben wants to sing a certain song, and now I want to sing a certain song. Yeah, Victor's gonna join. Great. So, and I don't know if with Ben he's gonna bring Christy on or not. I don't know. But uh there's also there was somebody else I was going to reach out to, but I was gonna ask Chloe. Chloe, she does crystals, and so I thought it might be fun to have her just show some crystals that people could use for the new year, and not necessarily for a sale, but she could do it for people to get to know that she does do this. But I haven't had a chance to reach out to her yet. But Ben Bacon said, I'm going to bring anyone on that has a complete lack of morals and would be on screen with a person like me. Ben, everybody wants to be on screen with you. So knock it off, Bubba Louie. So back to lyrics, right? So I had a couple of others. Let me tap into them before I lose complete control of myself here. Uh, oh, yeah. The one that also can sometimes smack you upside the head is by Green Day. It's Wake Me Up When September Ends. Eric Clapton's Tears in Heaven. Those can influence our mood, right? And let me just go back to the other lyric. I think I want to stick with the happy ones. let's go for the happy ones and the gratitude ones. You know, I really love Louis Armstrong and What a Wonderful World because it's such a hopeful song, right? And it lets us know that there are trees of green and there are red roses too. Like there are things to look at and to be expressive of. Um, some of the other lyrics, hold, I got to go to my little cheat sheet. Um, already talked about Janis Joplin, Carly. I think I mentioned all the ones that I wanted to. Um, who does knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door? Why can't I remember who does knock, knock, knocking at heaven's door? Well, um, regardless, I think what we have in common is that music, lyrics can influence us and shake us up and make us feel, make us feel whether we're happy, we're sad, we're angry, we're joyful, we're sorrowful, we're gloomy, doomy, you know, cranky pants. Um, I think that there's a whole opportunity here for us to tap into those lyrics that resonate, but also to help us get up and get off our ass. Oh, just popped in Gloria Estefan. Get on your feet. For me, I'm still gonna go with Madagascar's "You Got to Move It, Move It, You Got to Move It." Good thing I'm not monetized because I can still use those lyrics. Um, let's see. Um, just checking in. Yeah, Tears of Heaven. Oh my God, that one's a that'll knock you down. Let's see. Oh, for the 70s. Let's see. Oh, I mean for the 70s. Yeah, scandals. But da 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 da. Anik Alexander. Hello. A little bird told me there's a live stream going on that you might be interested in. Yes, that's this. Welcome. Um, who is this lyric from? If you don't know where you're going, any road will lead you there. If you don't know where you're going, can I cheat? Can I put that into my little did someone already answer it? Um, so I just want to do it again. If you don't know where you're going, any road will lead you there. Lyric. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, it's a George Harrison song. You sly devil. If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there is famously from George Harrison's song, Any Road. Well, I'll be listening to that one. Um, and, you know, George Harrison's another one. You know, his guitar makes him weep. I mean, oi. Oh, Guns N' Roses. I love Guns N' Roses. Um, and they did an Ethel Merman remake. Why don't I know that song? Yes, I know my Chumbawamba. People are not going to take that one away from me. It may not be like the most eloquent of words, but baby, I get knocked down, I get back up again. Um, somebody is breathing at me here, my pupper. Hold on a sec. Um, and full lyrics. Yeah, it's I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. And that's pretty much the lyric. And that can be my, you know, my mantra every single day because you got to get your butt up And between that and you got to move it, those are my songs. Um, let's see. I still have Ari Girl in my, oh yeah, Ari. Um, oh we oh. All right, let's AC/DC Highway to Hell. Absolutely. And there are days that I think I'm on it. I'm on that highway. Somebody was sassy the other day to me, and I said, "Hey, look, I may go before you, but I will be taking you down on that bus to hell with me. So you're on the highway to hell with me, and I'll be honking the horn, and I'll be driving you down. I get to drive back up, but I'm going to leave you off." So that's really funny. Um, let's see. I don't know why, but I just heard Michael Jackson say, "Hee hee." Yeah. You guys see? So this is what music does to us. It lightens our mood. It lightens our spirit. It gets us going. It can keep you where you are, or it can just take you through the whole emotion that you're in. Um, and and then release it, because I don't want to hold on to stuff. And I know most of us in this chat don't want to hold on to crap anymore. And so I think what happens is music helps us. It's that's why I love the drums. You know, for me, it's the rhythm, it's the pounding. It's almost angry, and then it becomes rhythmic um, and a release and musical. And I just, anytime I find um, people doing these drum things with famous songs from all over the world. People get together in some sort of a stadium, and either they're playing the drums only, or they're um, a whole bunch of different instruments, guitars and drums and everything else, plus singers. I love those. I adore them. But for me, I swear to God, it's not too late for me to learn the drums. Even if it's just, a solitary drum. I did it once at a healing circle. And like I said earlier, there is a local place here that I think they start it in the new year. I think it's once a month they have a drum circle, and this girl's going. I will give up food money to go to the drum circle, because you don't have to be good at it. You don't have to know anything. And there's something about the vibration and the release. Um, Years ago, when I was a little bit stronger, and I did some boxing on a bag, not on people. It was part of an exercise regime, but I loved it. I loved the art of, jabbing and hitting. And for me, it was a release of work stress, right? And then it became sort of a dance, because I loved to dance. That was, one of the things that I did early on in my life. And not pole dancing, Ben, just so you know. Well, I did do some of that, but I was under the influence of Jose Cuervo. Um, so I don't think that could be held against me. But I did jazz dancing and that kind of thing. But this body has just not been meant to stay strong and healthy. But boxing was like one of those things that was really like a relief, and that's what the drums are. The drums are like I could just go crazy pounding on the drums. I think that's why I like singing bowls, even though you don't clang them. You could. Um, let's see. Uh, let me get hold on, let me just catch up to the chat. Um, Annika, we're so happy you're here. Um, you feel that way about the piano? So I always wanted to take the piano, and when I was a little girl, they told me my fingers were too small, so I never learned. Come to find out, my parents couldn't afford the piano lessons, so that was the reason that they gave. It's never too late. I agree. Ben says, get people drunk or I'm assuming stoned enough and everyone can become a drummer. Oh, yes, absolutely. Um, is still working on admitting she is starting to appreciate the gift of AR. Oh, we're talking AI again. Uh-oh. Try the bongos and the congas. I will. I will. I think that's one of the things that they have for each of us. I think it's the bongo. I'm pretty sure you sit it in front of you and you can use your hands or you can use sticks. Um, ooh, that's something we should all try to do sometime. Absolutely. Oh, you mean pole dancing? Yes, we should. No. I don't know if any of you on Facebook or whatever see those advertisements. It might even be on Instagram where you can do the exercise with bungee jumping. There is a funny, I guess meme is what you would call it, of us chunky girls, not me, but other chunky girls like me, getting into the harness and laughing hysterically because when you see it on YouTube, everyone's in unison and it's very beautiful. It's like a dance. And then you have real women and they're falling out of it and they can't even swing. I'm like, that would be me. And I absolutely love the idea of that being a form of exercise, but raucous, man. I would be howling from here to Timbuktu. Um, let's see. LOL, Teresa trying to change the entire trajectory of her show. um, Congas are large with deep pitch, and bongos are typically smaller. Okay. Well, look, whatever they're going to have at that drum circle, I'm going to take advantage of because it's an invitation for everybody that's never done it. And it's a great release. And I think that it's a great self expression, but it's also a great relief, stress relief. And I think we need to find ways to do that, especially in 2026. Um, to sort of get semi serious, I'm going to be talking about somebody who I'm sure most of you in the healing community know. Her name is Sonia Choquette. Really, really smart, intuitive. And one of the things that I like about her is that everything really does come from within, but she helps you to do that. And so I'm going to be talking a little bit about her techniques and some of the things that I learned and am continuing to learn. But she resonated with me because it's not like you have to climb a mountain to grasp the concept. And there are techniques that we can use. And going into 2026, look, we all know it's a roller coaster ride. Things are just wackadoodle. And that is a professional technical term. So feel free to use it. It's bumfuzzled. And I don't need other elements to make me all, as I would say to a friend, fakakta in the caboodle. I'm all, it's easy to get all messed up and not see straight. But you need to have a release. I'm not going to become a runner. I will, and I am walking. I am doing my stretches and my exercise. I am moving it. I get up every commercial when I'm watching TV and I move. I'm doing my squats and I'm doing my leg kicks and I'm doing my twists and I'm doing my arm exercises to physically, I'm going to say force me out of my funk or my slump, but it helps. And I think Tai Chi is another example of trying to find a way to gently move the body but make changes. All right, let me see what the chat's doing. Da, 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 da. Incarnasoul says, "Is that going to be your first Christmas show, Ben?" Oh, I missed that one. The bongos. Um, Bacon on a pole. Oh, I think we should have that one. Um, Only if I lose all respect for others. However, it might be a good influence session to try to get others to do it. Um, Mish says, I made some Wackatroll merch the other day. By the way, maybe we should add Wackadoodle. Thank you. Um, Ben says, I'm practicing for you. Oh, for the US Olympic cussing team. Um, Richard says, if you haven't seen it, I bet someone posted Kevin James pole dancing from King of Queens. Oh my God, I think I saw that years ago. I'm going to look that one up. Um, Wackatroll. um, well, I'm glad I could make everybody laugh a little bit today. It helped me and it lightened my mood. Again, that is what music does. And I think I had shared last time, one of the things that I used to do with my friends, um, when I was driving home or they were driving home, I would leave voicemails and it would be a song with all made up lyrics, um, partly because I can't remember the lyrics or I didn't hear them correctly. And so I would just make up songs using the tunes that I knew, um, to lighten the mood. It helped me. One of the things that they say is sing. Just sing. Nobody's around. Get in your car, blast the tunes, whatever your favorite tune is, and just release because it does change the chemistry in your brain. And speaking of brain, Ben could talk about that because there's a neuro thing that happens. And so using your voice releases the tightness and the constriction of our vocal cords that allows us to breathe. And we don't need specific breathing techniques to open up in order to release. But if you breathe in 4 or 5 times, you hold the breath, if you can, for five, a count of 4 or 5, and then slowly exhale for a count of 8. And you repeat that a couple of times. All of a sudden, everything will start to loosen up. And it took me on Tuesday when I was having my mini, poor, pitiful me um, breakdown. It allowed me to, I just had to keep saying, you have to breathe. I didn't use those. I was in Ben's cussing group that day. So I was using some other adjectives to get me to breathe. And then I cried. I let it all out. I had to release what I had been holding on and holding in. And I think that is something that's so important to us, is that we have to find a way to allow our voices to be heard, if only for our own sanity and for us. Um, and I'm sorry, guys, but I feel like, first of all, when I get a streaming service, my head will be switched the right way because I'm all backwards. That's number one. Number two, the lighting keeps changing, I think, and I feel like I'm going dark and light. So maybe there's something hovering around us. um, and you know, if you're around and you are a creator, think about joining us on Christmas Eve, and more information will be coming out with that. So there'll be a sign up sheet that you can pick the hour as long as it's free. Um, and you can also partner with people, and maybe we make one of them Music Day. I won't be there. I will be there for New Year's, but for Christmas, I might pop in late in the evening. It depends, but I will have company. And I have a very small home, so it's not like I can scoot away somewhere. So, and it'll be the first time in a long time I'm not alone. Um, and really happy that my brother can make it. Very grateful that my other brother invited me to go visit him as well. So, I For the sadness I may be feeling with those that aren't here with me this year, it's, it only takes one little thing to make you feel loved and appreciated and wanted. Because when you feel like you're not wanted, you got to blast your tunes, and then they call it puppy love because I got my puppies, and and they're loving on me right now to want to go tinkle out the door. All right, let me see what the chat's saying before I let you guys go. Um, oh, Jay Giles Band. I haven't heard that in a long time. All right, hold on. There's a conversation that I'm. Yeah, I know. And music makes you feel good. Um, and let's see. I still see pole dancing talk. Uh, I have looked at. I have. I have looked for it, and so far nada. It was before the web, and I never got put on it. Okay, I missed that whole pole dancing. Could fix that. Uh-oh. Serves you right to suffer. I've been making bills. Jay Giles Band. Sorry, I'm just all our voices matter. We deserve to be heard. And I just thought it was Ben's energy bringing in the disco lightning. Lightning to the music lights the same place up in the brain for people listening to it as it does for people that are playing it. There you go. Um, what state do you live in? I live in New England. I'm in Massachusetts. Um, and it's chilly and beautiful and chilly. And yesterday we had a lot of rain and it melted most of the snow and created an ice skating rink. So when you walk your dogs and they're slipping and sliding, and those of you that don't really know me, let me introduce you to the Zamboni. So if there's an ice skating rink or not, I will be graceful enough to Zamboni the ground. I'm just not graceful. How I used to dance is beyond me. Um, I love my fur babies. Um, yeah, I'm gonna miss you guys on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. But for sure I'll be here for New Year's. Um, I need everyone's Suno name. Oh, Darcy has to throw it in. Aria's going to go crazy. There are a couple of different versions of Welcome to McDonald's that are from Welcome to the Jungle. Oh my God. Um, Not the Suno. Yeah, I know. Yes, Ned, we need to make a song for my channel. Oh, Ned's good at that, guys. She's really good at that. All the lights went out in Massachusetts. Oh, the Bee Gees. You know I love the Bee Gees. Um, I'm gonna need our village more this holiday than any other. It it will always be the hardest. Yeah, look, it sucks. I'm sorry that's something that for you will be difficult to have light shine on it. So that is why we're here, is to help shine light for people that have things that have happened at this time period that we can't we can't always see through the darkness. But the beauty about darkness is there's always light. And the village can be the light. So I want everybody to know that if you don't have somewhere to go for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, the village is going to be there. And uh, and it will be fun and it'll be entertaining. So feel free to join us. And maybe there'll be some Suno. Yes, you have a reputation now, girl. I know. Um, Tom Laird did the Masochism Tango. Okay, I don't know that one. Um, uh, yes, you guys. So we're never alone. We're just not. Oh, did just Tiff just show up? Tiff, hello. The devil went down to Georgia. It did, but the lights went out in Massachusetts. Don't you forget. Um, and you are correct. I am in Georgia, and I can testify. um, well, one thing I didn't get you guys going on is all the uplifting. I don't want to call it religious music, but I don't know what you would call it. It's not just Christian music. Hold on, my head is all tilted. Hold on, let me just hold my head here. I feel like I'm lopsided. Um, the spiritual music that also gets you up off your feet, that can fill your spirit, that can fill your being with some positive influences. And I think I've shared before, I'm a huge Chosen fan, and they have this combination story um, called. I have to look it up because can't remember shit disease, and it's getting worse. What the heck was it called? The Messenger, and it has music, and then the story of the messenger and the nativity, um, and it just lightens the spirit. Um, I really enjoy it, and I enjoy the series, The Chosen. But um, the Messenger, I think it was in 2021, 2020 or 2021. They had this concert of, I'm going to call them Christian bands, but the music of some Christian of Christmas music and other songs I'd never heard of before had me standing on my feet. I like things that are going to inspire me. I like things that are going to get me off my butt, um, and move me. And I also like songs that take the focus off of the ego, me feeling sorry for myself. Um, and so, whatever it is that floats somebody's boat, Annika, both the light and the devil went down in Georgia. Um, Gospel and spirituals. There you go. I knew my guy could. He definitely Kremel's the man when it comes to music. I think. Um, Bacon Bill. Well, welcome to my live. Ba 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 ha ha. I just heard him in my brain. Oh, all right, guys. I could keep going for a while, but it is after 6, and I do have the puppers that do need to make me go stand outside in the backyard while they do their business. Um, I will be back Tuesday. My commitment, there'll be some changes in 2026. I'm trying to be more lighthearted. I think we can grow and we can evolve and we can move through things that challenge us with some joy and laughter. I also have my singing bowls, my Tibetan bowls. I have my triangle, which is moves me, um, and I will. My hope is to do at least once a month meditation. So, for those of you that want to run, you can run, and those of you that want to stay can stay. Um, for those. But they're going to be purpose driven meditations. So, and they'll be guided meditations. So, really, you don't have to do much of anything other than attend, um, and relax and just be part of it. Because I think for me, for us to breathe more and to be guided on a path and a journey allows us potentially to let shit go. And that's a technical term. We need to empty our backpacks. We've been carrying so much stuff on our shoulders. It's an opportunity to let some stuff go, to let the love and the light, all that Reiki energy that, think of the air traffic controllers and the highway patrol clearing the lanes so that we can land safely, we can get to our destination safely, but also heal. And I think, we need to release stuff before you can heal. If you're going to carry it, you really can't heal. So I think that's one of the things I want to focus in on in 2026. And hopefully before Tuesday, or definitely by the new year, I'll have a streaming service. I have to do some research. Help, Mish. I don't know if I want to go with OBS or StreamYard. And it has to be relatively free because the pockets have holes in them. So money keeps falling through. Let's see, before I let you guys go. I'm so glad you enjoyed it, Mish. And it's so great to see everybody. Please remember to like and subscribe, pretty please. It helps. And Tara is tonight, if you're interested. Tara, do you mean Tara Smiley? But she's not on YouTube, so you mean for a meeting? And then the first time I ever saw your face, Roberta Flack, knocks my socks off. Yes, it is so nice to meet you, Annika. I'm so happy you're here. It really just, it fills my cup. All of you being here fills my cup. If I haven't said how grateful I am, I truly am grateful. And this is what helps me get through days that I don't always think I can get through. And then you show up. And I'm not just talking to myself. I'm talking to you. Okay. EVMUX isn't bad. It's what Victor uses. Okay. Never heard of it. Please make sure to hit that like. Yep. Why is it not letting me post my thing today? I don't know. Why can't you post the village? Oh, Rise Up by Andra Day. Talk about raising your hands up to the heavens. Yes. Absolutely love it. Let's see. Love that song. Whoa. All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. I don't have an outro, so when I hit end, it's going to end. It's a little bit harsh. I feel like it's a slap. Thanks for coming by. So that's why I need to figure out a streaming service so that we can go oh so gently into that good night. And I haven't finished with music. I think I'm going to do some more because I think that all of us can relate to it. And so, having said all that, as always, I send you with love, with light, with healing, with compassion, with joy, with laughter, sprinkled with lots of giggles. Thank you for being here. And until next time, may you be blessed with love and light. Okay, I'm hanging up now.